And who would be the first one in if not Tony? Thank you, Tony. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being there. Really nice. Let's share that beer, Tony. That's for you. Hey, TARDIS. Yeah, we're just here to have some good time. No big deal, no rush, no fuss. Let's just have some cool music in the back. Q1, if your cat were a Star Wars character, which one do you think it would be and why? Oh, I like that. I have two cats. Duncan right there would actually not be a Star Wars character, I think. If he was one... I don't know, he's too much of a... I can't do anything with him, so he would just be like... maybe just a... I don't know, a crying little bitch. Anakin, maybe. But he would actually be a Lord of the Rings character, because don't think you will see that, but he actually has Sauron's helmet on his back. Yeah, you can't really see it, but he really has the shape, I think you can see it pretty well, he has the shape of Sauron's helmet on his back. Right, Duncan? You want to kill me right now. Yeah, if I keep doing that, I'm dead. Let me stop. So hey guys, nice to have you here. What's good in the world? Oh, that was pretty bad words. So I'm just going to go on with my day, with my classic Star Wars stuff. Have to do some arena. I will spare you the AAT raid. I usually do a AAT solo, and I will not do that because that would be a bit boring. So I will just, you know, climb. I have my territory battle to do. Get your beer, Tony. Don't want continuing to ruin you all. Yeah. And I have another cat actually that is like really like a fighter, pretty much a fighter, and bright yellow. So it would be Plo Koon, I guess, because of the yellow lightsaber. Tony, no, you don't want me to... I could like start and stop halfway through so you can see my AAT solo team, but it's really boring. It's really boring for you to watch, I guess. It's like just me getting a solo with the Grievous and stuff, and hey, let me kill you, team. You're not making this easy. Get out, Bink. The nuke has become so much fun. Having Grievous just tear through every fucking one. That's a good question, Tony. I actually use kind of a weird team because I don't have Hoda. I could do something with 3PO, but since I use Grievous, it's getting a bit weird. I usually go with, I guess I will do like just a bit of it. I usually go with that team right there. And Newt has 5th. Which is pretty good, doing his job. Pretty sure I could replace Newt with someone else. But yeah, that's my team right there. I mean, that's a lot of gear 13 and stuff, so that's pretty good. I will stop just before. I will not go full. I will not go full on that. Yeah, Newt might not be the best character for this. I could probably use someone else, but he's like calling Grievous a lot. No, if I use BB-8, Grievous is gonna eat him. That's either BB-8 or 3PO. Sorry about that. Will get just eaten by Grievous. That team can absolutely full solo the raid. I'm doing it. I'm doing it like really often actually. That's my solo team, but that's not auto. You have to do it manually, even if I have 3 and 4. So it's kind of hard to really get right. Anyway, question. One of our guildmates brought Plo to Gear 13. Was it drunk or really drunk? I would say it's not that bad of a choice if you have the Gear 13 to spare, because his ship is really good. Though I don't think you need him to be that high to benefit from the ship. Because basically the ship just comes in, gets the assist buff, the coming in buff, and then the I cannot talk tonight. The TM gain special, wow, TM gain special going, and then I mean Plo Koon, I kind of like the character and does stuff. He gives you the win if you go for JKR versus JKR, which I get I guess you should not go JKR versus JKR, but you know. And moreover, I actually just think that you should go for the tune you like if you can. Sure, if you're going for like really optimized roster and you want to stay free to play, yeah, do not gear 13 tunes like Plo Koon. But not everyone's playing like that. Maybe Hassan in place of Newt. Hassan? I guess, yeah, Assage. That was a T9 thing. Yeah, my Assage is pretty crappy, so shouldn't work right there. But yeah, Newt is, I think, pretty much replaceable in that lineup. I was thinking on using Anakin, actually, in his spot. Jedi Knight Anakin, that is, not General Sky Eyeballs. But he should do a pretty good job. Like, I should use someone that gives buffs, and Anakin might just be a really good character for that. But yeah, you see the point of that team. P1 is kind of easy, you just tear through and you just blast through, and that's kind of fine. You heal Newt, because he could die, and yeah, probably could use someone else than Newt. Then part 2 is just a joke, because you just get them down every time with Grievous. And that's pretty much it. And you just go from there. And part 3 and 4, 3 is just you keep playing, you just have to give buffs, and you solo for that. And that's why you cannot just put auto in there. In place of Newt, if you have Hoda, put Hoda in there, and that's fine. Just put Hoda in there and you're definitely fine, and you could probably just auto it just fine. But I don't have Hoda, so yeah, I have to use solo to give the buffs, and that's why I cannot solo with that. I cannot auto with that team. But pretty much if you have Hoda, it's just fine and you just get to go. But yeah. So by the way, I know that's not a question, but if anyone is curious about the music I use, for most of the videos I use Kevin MacLeod stuff. And that, what you're hearing today in the back, is just like all of Savkov songs, one after the other. It's like it's free content, so it's pretty good. Did you ever try Akbar with? I hadn't, and I'm pretty pissed about it. But I never got the occasion to just use my Akbar versus Newt, which is absolutely lacking in my content right now. And I know that's a thing. I want to try it. I'm pretty sure it will not work, but I still want to try it really hard. Yeah. That's the classic, I agree. I still don't have JTR. Neither do I have a good Finn, by the way. Yeah. I hope they give First Order more love than they give to Resistance for the 9th movie, because if that's Resistance, I'm fucked. No more music? Oh, thanks. Music. So yeah, so as you can see, ooh, 1664, that's a bad beer. Han is actually dying, I should be careful. I'm always like hitting Newt, I should be hitting Han, but yeah, Han is going to die. Huh. That would be like absolutely the first one. I don't really care, I'm doing that really backhanded, because I just want, you know, I just wanted to show the team because of a question. I'm not going to go for the full solo. Don't worry about it. Didn't even realize he was dead. Let me just put that on auto and see where it goes for now. Pretty sure it could get a bit. Profile my Gen Sky Eyeballs. Yep, definitely. I mean, I will get General Sky Eyeballs pretty easily after the fact. Oh, let's not go with the. Yep. But I will get him just because, you know, because I actually kind of have almost everything to get him. But I mean, I like the character, I like the tune, but I don't think, I still stand by what I said. I don't think it's that good, and I think there will be a lot of good stuff against it. But that's okay. Yeah. So you can see some fun interaction with that, actually, with the tank and that kind of stuff, because when he gets up, he's going to use the Extort. So Extort is actually kind of funny on that. Pretty decent, I would say. Nothing special though. It's not a good team for that. It's really not a good team for a AAT solo, because you cannot put it on auto. I mean, I might do part 2, but part 3 and 4 I'm definitely going to get blown up by the tank. So yeah, that's really not that good. And also, if Grievous is stupid and uses his AoE in the wrong way, even that could be a loss right there. Oh wow, that was a fracture on the turret. What the fuck? Yeah, I know you cannot expect much from Geno's Crime Eyeballs at 5-star without systems. I definitely agree with that. But we have a guy in our guild. He went full on. He has Relic 7. He has all the things. He had the full team. Still got one shot in the territory wars. So it's not as game breaking as Malak was when he came out. And which is really good, actually. I think it's a really good thing. I'm not saying that in a sense that it's bad and they did a terrible job and yeah. No, it's good that we have new tunes that are really good, but not game-breaking and not just blasting everything in their path. I'm pretty happy that he's going that way and that the guy kind of feels like he's going to be good, but not like crazy good. You know what? Just target. Oh fuck! I was just going to say just target the tank and be done with it because this is taking too long. Sorry about it. Ah, this is getting way too long. Think the team is missing the R-Trooper piece. Makes sense and could be better. But will the team really be that much better? I mean, it's not like Darth Revan getting Malak. You know, R-Trooper looks good. I like the tune, I like the kit. Pretty sure he will do some great stuff. I don't think it will change how the team performs that much. I mean, that's still going to be a team that beats everything on offense for quite a bit. So that's fine. I mean, we already have some teams like that, so it's kind of okay. I mean, they can't really go for a team that would actually lose to Malak or something like this, and they can't really make a team that will lose on offense against something where it's new, so, you know. Wondering what to gear up. What you like, basically what you like, and whatever is not too stupid. But don't tell me you like cop. Hey, Anki. Careful when you're rolling up there. Hey, doggy. What's new? What's in life? Oh, come on! Fuck. I shouldn't have started that. It's getting way too long. Any question, guys, I can answer while don't have to concentrate on anything? Feel free to do so. I don't know for how much the stream will last. I have to say I'm pretty tired. Did a pretty big day I dropped today. Had to prepare the launch of Call of Duty. But yeah, I had to do it. So, pretty big day. And tomorrow morning will be a really big day. Because that's Call of Duty launch, and I will be first in line for the whole morning. That should be fun. So stream might not last for like hours and hours and stuff. I see you use non-starter counters very effectively in GA. Thanks. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of, people don't have to limit themselves to only one counter, you know, you have to build your teams and you have to build your roster in a way that will make the whole roster effective. What you say is not entirely true, because like, even if I worked a lot to get like, hey doggy, want a hug? Want a hug, doggy? I really wanted to have multiple counters to every team, like to most big teams, and it's not that easy, because if I would be to play against, let's say, a really big Jedi Knight Revan team, I only have Grievous to take it on. Could use Rebels, but it's kind of so-so. Kind of the same with Padme. If people would be to use a really good Padme against me, I don't have much to oppose them. the best way to go would be actually to use my own Padme. But for most of the teams, I think that well, all of them are kind of multi-purposes. You cannot just put one team in one spot and say, oh, this is good versus that, this is good versus that. And if you want to be good at this game, you have to think about the team you play and why you play them. Like, some of them are really obvious. Like, of course, if you play versus Night Sisters and you send a good enough Imperial Troopers team, that's the right counter. That's definitely the right counter. But what if on the side they have bounty hunters and you would like your troopers to be for bounty hunters, and you kind of see like this all has to line up a bit. So when I look someone's roster, I'm like, oh, so he has a really good Padme, let's say. So I'm probably going to need my Grievous for that. So that means I cannot use my Grievous for the JKR. So that means I'm going to use the CLS there. So I kind of think in boxes like this should be against that, this should be against that. And then that allows me, like, if the guy didn't slap everything on defense, like, let's say he went for that, but he didn't, oh, fucking Grievous, he didn't put the JKR team, that means that my rebels can be used to solo stuff. See, and it kind of all goes according to plan, and I was caught sometimes, not that long ago, having not enough teams to actually pull this kind of shenanigan off. And that's actually my only loss in Grand Arena since the start of Championship. That's because I was short a team. I lost a game, and then after that, because I did that kind of boxing thing, I was short a team, and I definitely just lost the entire thing. So yeah, you have to make so that your team are adaptable. And what I don't like to see, and what is something you'll see really often, hi Ray, it's about people telling you that you should play this team and you should play these 5 guys. And that's absolutely wrong. Like, First Order, people are going to tell you play those 5 guys for First Order. Well, by taking one guy off and putting Treya in that spot, I was able to beat Gear 13 Bosk with low gear First Order and a Gear 9 Treya. See, that's kind of where I want to go. You should not think of teams as just teams of 5. And when I see people telling me, is that team good, is that team good, I always kind of want to answer, yes, but you should be able to take someone out, put someone in, and make that thing go just fine. And pretty much. I just want you to think about teams, and I'm just going to replicate them. Well, you shouldn't do that, because everyone should be working on his own roster's strengths and weaknesses. We don't have the same roster, we don't have the same mods, and people should really try and do their best to understand what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses. And you should always, and it's the same in every game, it's the same in chess, basically. That's a chess saying, and that's really important. In chess, always strengthen your strong points. Do not try to overcome your weak ones. Do not try to compensate for your weaknesses. Just try to make your strong points stronger. I still don't have the Ravens. I still don't have JTR. I still don't have a good Treya and stuff. But I'm pushing on my Grievous, I'm pushing on my Rebels, and I'm pushing on that kind of stuff, because that's my strong points. And that's kind of what I think you should do. If you're not a whale, if you cannot buy everything, you need to have really good strong points, and you have to make them work. And if they don't, well, you have to find the way. And it's different for everyone, because mods, because gear, because that stuff. Do you plan ahead of stream or just do it on the fly? I kind of do it on the fly. If you mean for Grand Arena, when I set my defenses, I do check the roster of the guy first, and I'm like, oh, this guy has Night Sisters, so I'm going to need that for offense. This guy has nothing, so I can do whatever. This guy has this, so I'm going to need that, maybe. And then I proceed to forget everything during the next day, and when I come back, it's basically brand new for me. But I don't really plan ahead. I just watch it to be sure I don't do anything stupid on defense, like leaving Ewoks in the front against the Gear 13 nest, because that would be stupid. That kind of shit. Once you identify someone you want to gear 13, how do you do about doing it? What do you farm? What do you buy? I don't buy a lot of stuff because I don't have any money and I don't have a lot of crystals. So I usually just farm it. From shops, from that kind of stuff. I don't have almost anything hoarded. Like my last 2 gear 13 were Throne and Kador and Mask. I did them and I had the one piece of Rancor gear. I farmed the rest. I used 700 crystals on the 25 of Kairos because I had the crystals laying around, and that was kind of it. You see that I don't hoard crystals. I usually don't have a lot of them, and that's kind of I went by it. I just farmed and farmed and farmed. I don't farm a lot of tombs at the same time, and I'm not doing refreshes right now, so I have the energy most of the time. And I have good enough crystal income that I can put some on the side. I still use like at least 600 crystals on refreshes, and then the rest just goes most of the time to Kairos and golden eyeballs. Kairos and golden eyeballs are the 2 things that I do buy with crystals most of the time. And that's pretty much it. Have to hurry up. Really like that philosophy. Yeah, I think my way of thinking about the game is pretty good, and I think it's actually making it enjoyable. Because you can pretty much do whatever you like. And when something doesn't work, instead of blaming the game, blaming the stuff, make it work! And if you succeed in making it work, that just feels awesome. I mean, one guy has to be stupid enough to take health of Grievous to get the nuke to work in the first place. That kind of shit. Yeah. Your streams are fun. Thank you. How do you know what your CLS and Chewy trio can handle? Pretty much I know how hard they hit. I know it's not a really satisfying answer, but pretty much trial and error. Oh, let's attack that big guy. Let's attack Schmerz. He's the biggest team around, so might be good to see like full not like full Relic 7, almost full Relic 7. Should be good. Like, let's see what happens. Sometimes, yep, didn't land it, defense down, so see, Bastila is not going to die on that. Boop. Oh, she did! Oh, fuck! Oh, my bad. Even the Relic 7 Bastila did die without the defense down. Boop! That's a grenade and you're dead. So yeah, they can handle a lot of stuff, and if you start watching my streams a bit, you will see that I actually do a lot of CLS solos. CLS can do 64 banners pretty consistently because of his protection regeneration, and so I use it to solo shitty teams. And like most of the time, they can handle bounty hunters, they can handle Old Republic, that kind of shit, just fine all by themselves. They really do hurt a lot, especially Han. I put Han at Relic 6, and he's a monster. He does some crazy damage. Anyway, I don't have the time, but I love your streams, so I'm going to give you some extortion. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Tony. Crystal income is key. If you can rank in arena, it's like being a free-to-play. Well, that's basically it. If you want to be a good free-to-play in that game, you have to be an aggressive free-to-play, and you need the crystal income. Which is kind of sad to think about it. But it's how it works. It's just how it works. You need the crystals. You need the refreshes. You can get there if you're low in arena rank. But you have to understand that you will have to stop buying gear, and that you will have to stop farming tunes with crystals, because that's the 2 mistakes most people make. They farm gear and crystals with gear and tunes with crystals. That is a terrible mistake. You should actually use your crystal to refresh. And the first thing you need to refresh is actually mods, because if you want to get a good crystal income, you need to be good in arena, and that goes by mods. So the first 150 crystals a day you should spend are always on mod refreshes. A lot of the top of my arena is leaving Sith Empire behind and moving towards JKR with 7 GKA. Any advice on how to counter that? It hits them really hard. JKR with us Relic 7 JKA. Okay, that's interesting. Because that's actually really good against Sith Empire. But classic separatist could do the trick just fine, I would say. And Padme sounds amazing against that. Have a good General Kenobi, he will never die. AoEs will not do much because they will not clear your buffs. Like Anakin will do some damage, but he will not clear the buffs, and it doesn't hit hard enough to go through a full Padme team. Kill him first, and kind of feels like you should be good. Yeah, Padme. So Grievous and Separatists should do just fine. And if you have good speed, you could go with Rebels and Thrawn. Kind of sounds like you would do good stuff too. Do you leave your nuke squad on defense in arena, do you swap? I usually leave it. Because my shard is still fairly young. So I don't drop a lot. Most people are scared of the nuke actually. Because like, you know, it's an easy team to beat. But you really don't want to fight against the team that, like, maybe just 1 out of 10 times will just blow your whole fucking team up and you cannot do anything about it. So there is still a lot of people running Darth Revan and Malak in my shard. So yeah, these guys don't really attack me, and then some of the others do. My shard chat is really nice. We are helping each other a lot, so we try our best not to bump each other if we don't have to. So I usually fall down like maybe 25-30. Sometimes I leave like Grievous, Padme or Silenced defense, and I do drop a bit lower than this. So Nuke is actually my quote-unquote best defensive team, even if it's not that good. The beer has better flavor on the stream. Oh, that sounds nice. Mods 100% best advice ever. Yep. That mods are life. Mods are the game. You know what I think the right way to think about mod is? When you farm stuff, let's say you are farming gear. You farm a good gear piece. You slap it on a toon. It's gone. And it's gone forever. And you cannot have it back. That mod, that really good mod you have on your toon, you can use it multiple times, on multiple toons, on whatever occasion you need it. So the way to look at it is like, let's say next meta will be all about Rose Tico. And you're going to slap all the gear on Rose Tico, because she will be the next meta, because movie. So you do that, and then you realize she actually is a pile of shit. Well, all the gear you put on her is gone forever, you're not getting it back, and you're pretty much screwed. The mods you had, though, are still there, are still amazing, and are still kicking. And you can take them out of Rose Tico and put them on the next meta. And that's not something you can do with gear. So, when you have the doubt, and when you are going for a new character, you should always prefer farming the good mods than the right gear. Of course you need the gear. That's like 101, that's obvious. You need the gear on the mod. You need the gear on the toon. Fuck, sorry. I'm really tired. But yeah, mods are better than gear. 100% in my book. Working on Padme, keep that doing. Yeah, Padme is a really good team, and it's getting a lot better with relics, and it can do pretty much everything in that game you need it to. It can be a pretty scary team. My top 3 pieces of advice when people ask: focus on arena for crystals, farm mod, a lot, gear tanks. Yep. That's like very reasonable, and that sounds actually really good. That's like 3 really good pieces of advice. I would say mods should be first in order, because mods give you the arena ranking, basically. What is the new game mod you want in the game? My answer might not surprise you a lot, because I do think that it would be amazing to have any kind of a sandbox mode, but we will not get like real sandbox, so because they need to make their money. So what I think could be like the best way for them to handle this would be that they would allow a kind of mini guild arena, which would be you would have your guys in your guild. Everyone should be able to put like one defensive team. Everyone in the guild could select whoever they want to attack to try some stuff with. You can attack with whatever you like. You can only have one defensive team, let's say a day. So you try stuff, and you have only 5 tries. I mean, that would be fine. That would be okay for me. Like, not full sandbox, because that would be way too hard for them to, well, not way too hard, but they wouldn't get anything out of the work they would put in there. So I think that would be pretty reasonable. That, let's say it would be the same thing as Arena. You would get 5 tries. You could refresh it, maybe, with crystals. Why not? I would be fine with that. And that would allow you to test stuff. Basically, it would be sandbox, pretty much, but with regulations, so they could, you know, I would pay the crystals to get to try a new team, or learn how to play a new team, and that kind of shit. And a lot of people would do that. People have to realize that full sandbox mode is not a thing that we actually want them to do, because that would kill pretty much everything in the game, I think. Full sandbox, that would actually be really dangerous for the game. But like regulated sandbox with a crystal refresh and that kind of stuff, that would be pretty amazing. Like just for the guild, that's okay. That's okay. Doggy wants the attention today, right? What do you want, Doggy? Do you think they will adjust reward for GAC rewards for top rankings? You get more payoff from coming first in Arena daily than coming first in GAC. That's not entirely true, because you got the rewards from winning your Grand Arenas on the way. You kind of gained a lot from there. I do agree that the rewards feel very lackluster. I don't think they should adjust like top rankings reward, really. I think what they should adjust should be the reward when you get one league up in your division. You know, they have that little gear pack, and I think that is pretty trash, because the fact that it's not getting any better when you get divisions up doesn't really emphasize you to climb divisions. If you had better gear for that reward, you would be incentivized to actually boost your GP and climb divisions. Though then, I kind of like the idea that it's kind of egalitarian all around. That's why I like matchmakings. You're going to be playing. If you are a whale, you're going to play against whales. If you're like a really, let's say, collecting man, you're going to play against collectors, and that's kind of really good. And then, well, everybody kind of has his shot at glory, and that sounds really fine by me. Actually, I kind of like that. I love to see an exclusive character that ranks so many shards you get by division ranking, etc. Oh, that's interesting. I like that idea. Hey, Fallon. Yeah, I like that idea. Like a tune that you only can boost by winning in Green Arena. Hey, I actually really like that idea. That could be a really cool idea for them. Oh fuck, I have to beat a Padme team. Nuke could do it, but Nuke isn't really reliable to beating Padme teams. Let me use my own Padme. I see I have trouble against really high-end Padme teams. That's the thing. That's one of the weaknesses of my roster. And I definitely know it. Yowza. So this should be interesting. My Kenobi is like a definite brute. Look at that guy! Not having a single fucking care in the world about what's happening. It's look at that! You're the hit! Oh, okay. Now that was a good courage hit. That's a really good idea, View. I really like that. Yeah, definitely like that. Oh! Buff immunity! Yeah, dead! That should be pretty decent hit. Oh, Anakin, you're going to get dodged, aren't you? He could die. Boink! Oh, that got Anakin really angry. That was absolutely the stupidest idea I've ever had. I'm really bad for Padme games! Yeah, I'm really bad at Padme games. I knew it. Oh, that was a terrible idea. Oh, pop, 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 pop. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, I don't have the full E. Don't hit Padme, you bitch! Okay, brought it back. Brought it back. That was a close one. Okay. If I could gear up a team for free for fun. Huh. Krennic team. Krennic team. Full Relic, Krennic, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, and I'm going to say Throne and Nest because that was like my first really good team in Arena, and that's how I got first the first time in the game. In Arena, that was with Krennic, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, Nests, and Thrawn. So that's kind of my team from the heart. But favorite team as a Star Wars fan, I love Star Wars so much, dude. I love Star Wars so fucking much that there would be like a ton of things I would like to do. I have like silly I love that tomb things. Right now, I'm climbing Fox to gear 13 just because I love the sound of his axe. When I got into the game, I got the tomb pretty early on, and I was just tripping balls just because I could grab the axe and go, and second guy, and I was just tripping balls on that, and then they had a bug for a bit, and the axe did like no sound, and I was the saddest fuck ever. But yeah, that's. I love so much stuff in Star Wars, I couldn't really pick just one. But yeah, if I had to say one, that would be that good old Krennic lead. Krennic fucking lead. I mean, Krennic is a great character, he's just like really underwhelming at the moment. But I always have him in my mind. And I know he will be gear 13 not that far from now. Really not that far from now. Hugging the question, sorry, in general, would you Relic 7 one character or Relic 5 two characters? I would Relic 4 actually, because when you're free to play, Relic 5 is like the big step, just because of that piece. Because it's really boring to do for like a free-to-play. I'm doing it, of course, with that Fingo Mark III, but well, not that Fingo, the full piece right there, and that's how I get the that piece. But I mean, just look how many I have of these fucking things, and then yeah, I'm basically stuck there. So would I rather go for one Relic 7 or two Relic 4? I actually like the two Relic 4 better. I think you should have some really important Relic 7, like Grievous is a perfect example of that, Anakin is a perfect example of that I'm going to get had Solo there, and Nest. But I think what you should do is have multiple gear 13s, of course Relic 1 everyone, go as far as Relic 4 on most of them when you can, just farming them a bit, especially on tanks, and then get some of your Relic 4 to Relic 7. So yeah, way softer, basically, that's a good one. But yeah, gear 13 first, Relic 1, slap people to Relic 4, and then pick one of these to get to Relic 7. But I really like the two Relic 4 over one Relic 7, definitely. Give us a good swear in French. Enculé de putain de fils de pute de bordel de merde, nique ta race. That was one insult. And I'm not warmed up, so it's not that good. Nice to have you there, Ian, by the way. Robot Wizard in the house. Yeah, sure. Love to have you here, guys, dude. Really, Kira, pourquoi? Because there is actually a great... I invite you to check my video about it. There's a great CLS team with CLS, Han Solo, Chewbacca, of course, Thrawn, and Kira. That is really good against Darth Revan and Malak. The idea being that the team does exist with 3PO, but is not as reliable because you need to get the resists, and Gear 13 is like kind of killing your possibility of getting resists, especially with Han Solo, because he gains a lot of potency when he gets to Gear 13. In short, Kira having 0.85 of Sith Empire speed, so mine is pretty fast, with that Fingo, says that she gains 15% turn meter if someone gets crit twice during the same turn. So first turn, Han Solo is going to shoot, he's going to crit twice because you have a good Han Solo, so Kira is going to get 15%, so 0.85 of Sith Empire speed gets her to play first. She then calls CLS, CLS start to spread some debuffs around, and you start the train. And pretty much you get to play before Sith Empire, and you're able to kill Bastila before they play. Sometimes you even can kill Bastila and Marauder, and you just clean the house. It's a bit harder today, because they kind of fixed Marauder, and now he gains a bit more turn meter, but it's really kind of still really good to do. I mean, it has been used to great effect, and with relics, before you had a bit of an issue against Sith Trooper, now it's just like really easy. And to give you an idea, after I put the video about that team online, Team Instinct, I'm not joking about this, if you were to check the SWGOH page for Kira, just after my video, like less than a week after my video, you would see the whole list of Team Instinct getting full speed Kiras to make the team work in Arena and in Territory Wars. I was pretty hype at that time, you know, Team Instinct jumping on one of my teams and just spreading the love around. So it's really good. It's doing a good job still against Darth Revan and Malak. It's a bit harder versus Marauder, because he will like maybe fuck the turn order up. But it's like really good against Trooper now, so it's a really good way to beat Darth Revan and Malak. Here you go. Here you go. I think I said pretty much everything. Supian. Ti is watching me. Ti? Who is Ti? Oh, Team Instinct. Oh, wow. Damn, I'm fucking tired. I think someone told them the word. Yep. If Marauder is there, do you shoot him first? So, the thing is, yes, you do shoot Marauder first. I was going to say, except if you have low relics. If you have low relics, you cannot really make it work. You have to shoot Bastila first. So you have to add 30 speed to the effective Bastila speed, and Kira still has to be faster than her. So Kira times 0.85 needs to be faster than Bastila plus 30 in order for this to work if you have low relics. If you have good relics anyway, yes, definitely shoot Marauder first. And if Marauder is not there, shoot HK first. Do not shoot Bastila first, because against like a high relic team, you will need relics yourselves anyway, and you're giving more speed to Bastila so she could play before. If she gets a turn, you're dead. So giving her speed while, well, most of the time, you need good speed for that. It's not a good idea, especially because it's hard to get like Chewbacca and Solo at really good speed. Like mines are at 280 something. So yeah, you should. Why did you pause the video, fucking YouTube? I was like, there was no music anymore. But yeah, you still can do it pretty much. But relics are going to need relic, and especially on Solo. Was going to R3, Chewie, and CLS sound. Kira will be gear 12. Well, Kira's gear doesn't really matter as long as she's fast enough. Gear 13 does make a lot easier to get to the higher speeds, but basically, as long as you know that her speed needs to be 0.85 of Sith Empire speed, you're good. Just check the speeds first, and don't attack a too fast Sith Empire team with that, and you're fine. And you're pretty good to go. Yeah. Your Kira team helped me wreck a Malak team in the last Territory Wars. Thanks to you. Thanks to you for using that. No, that's okay, Cody. Don't worry. I'm tired. Call of Duty is like killing me right now. So yeah, I just that was like huge brain fart. In French, we would say that went in one ear and got out from another. Does the foresight shooting Bastila break the double crit? Nope. Nope. Because Solo crits anyway. He absolutely ignores any chance of dodge, and Chewie will clean the foresight. Chewie's hit will be ignored, and he clears the foresight. That was a cat. For regular container ship energy, what ratio of farming do you put towards gear versus tunes? I can give you a straight answer to that because it kind of depends. I mean, for quite a bit, I was like farming no tunes whatsoever, and then now I'm farming a bit of tunes back. I farmed a lot of gear quite recently to kind of catch up, especially on Geos, because I was really late on Geos, and my guilds like really want watts, so makes sense. But for regular energy, it really varies a lot. Cantina, I'm pretty much done on most interesting characters. I mean, I don't really care about Gar Saxon and that kind of tune, so they will wait. So I'm full on relics. Basically full on relics. Ships, I'm not late, so I'm farming 1 tune at a time, and that's actually the energy I usually don't refresh, except if I need to farm a gear 12.5 or gear 13 piece. But I'm just farming Shakti at the moment, and that's pretty much it. For mod energy, basically my rule of thumb is always go for slicing supplies, as long as I have good stuff to slice. I do, I sort my mode by speed. I slice everything that is grey and has 4 or 5 speed. I slice everything that is green and at 6 speed or above. Everything that is blue at 12 or above. Everything that is purple at maybe like 14 or above. If I don't have that kind of stuff, I look if I want some specific mods, like some attack or health mods for some tunes, and I slice these ones. And when I'm done, that means I pretty much don't have anything to slice, and that's when I farm new mods. But I'm doing that because I have a great mod pool. Like, I already have a lot of good mods that I have on my tunes, and I kind of sort them out anyway. You will see, this is my mod inventory. I don't have that much tunes modded. I kind of stop pretty early in my roster, and I kind of sell everything I don't need. So in my inventory, you will see that non-affected mods, I have like not even 40. Because I sell most of them, because they are no use to me. But yeah, I slice everything that is important. Every green, blue you see right there is like under my conditions, but it's on like a okay tune. I don't really care about having perfectly modded. And that's pretty much how I go. So yeah, slice first, then get new mods. And here you go. I'm going to do my territory battles a bit. Do you think Z-Newt is a better lead than Zen Grievous lead since it deals additional 5% of max health damage? That's a tough question because they are both good at different things. I do think that overall the Grievous lead is definitely kind of a bit better. Though I want you to know that the health damage is on the passive, not the lead. So if you want Newt to do the damage, having in the team is enough. The lead actually gives extra speed for extortions and spreads the extortion around and gets buffed from extort tunes away, and that's really good. That's a really good thing actually. But I think the two teams are really different, and I think they should be separate teams. I think you should have one Grievous team, one Newt team. I do think that Grievous is better for most things because it gives turn meter to your team, which is like extremely important and is better than conditional speed, basically. So yeah, in short answer, Grievous is better. Longer answer, you should have both because they shouldn't be in the same team. Pretty much. Let's do that one. I love that mission. I really love that mission. It's so good to do. I really like it. What's your character you regret Gear 12 and Zeta? I will have to look my roster to actually answer you, because I don't regret that much. I don't have a lot of regrets in that game. I love it, so I'm pretty happy with what I did. I'm pretty sure I do have regrets. Let me just wait for a sec. Let me just check out and I will tell you just that. Interesting strategy on mods, balancing farming the two a week. Yeah, I mean, I just went through the bet with Myth, so I farmed a lot of mods recently. So now I'm going to farm kind of a lot of materials. But I do think this is the good way to optimize, not like your god mod, of course. That's not how you're going to have the best chance to get a god mod. But that's kind of how you optimize your speed all across your roster. And I think that's the way to go for Grand Arena and Territory Wars, because you are playing with more than one team. So it's really cool to have like some 27s and something mods. It's actually a lot better overall to have multiple good mods and to have multiple good teams with multiple good speeds. So that's why I think my way of doing it is actually pretty good, and I'm not going to say the best because that would be some obnoxious shit to say, like some people do, but I think that's a pretty good way to do, because if you check my mods, they go up to 27. Shut up. But if you check my mods, I don't have a lot of top ends mods. My best is still a 22, but I actually have a lot of let's say 18 plus. I have kind of a lot of 20s, of 21s, 22s. I have a lot of them, so I can have a lot of very okay-ish teams with good speeds, and that's what is making my defensive team painful in Green Arena and that kind of shit. And that's what also allows me to play multiple teams in Arena, because the nuke is not able to climb through everything. Like there was a pan main last spot, can go in there with the nuke. Well, I could, but I would need like multiple tries. So yeah, pretty much think that's a really good strategy. Oh, that's a scary lineup. Oh wow, that's a really scary lineup. Since I Zeta Doku, I didn't lose this mission yet, but this right there gets stunned. As that dodge from Asajj was kind of epic. Like, I don't want to die. Asajj counterattacking. Yep, you are going to need to read Dooku's lead again. Dooku can make any separatist counterattack. He gives 30% counterattack to every single separatist you have in your team. So yep, Asajj counterattacking. Sounds real, right? Looks pretty good. Will that be the first time I get Asajj to the last part of the mission? She usually dies at 2 or 3. She usually dies right about now and leaves Dooku to handle the rest all alone. Woo! Hype! Asajj not dead. I don't like that new stance at all, actually. I think it's a pretty forced. It just looks like she has a stick shoved up her ass. And like, look at the legs, it's like absolutely wrong and stuff. And that back right there, that's scoliosis. That's like a really heavy scoliosis, and that looks painful. I really don't like that new stance. Like, people are getting hyped over this. Ugh. What gear level is my Dooku? 12. 12 and 3. No gear 12.5 pieces. He has good speed mods. He's like 290 something. I guess I will check that. But yeah, 12. Basically, as soon as I got Dooku to gear 11 and gave him the Zeta, I 4-on-4 every time on that mission again. You basically just need a good Dooku with gear 11 and the Zeta, and you can pretty much go. Call the droid with Dooku, because you will gain a bit of extra potency on the droid with that. And there you go. And he can pretty much solo this. He can pretty much solo the whole fucking thing. Like, Asajj isn't really even needed. She doesn't do a lot. She cleanses a taunt from time to time, and that's basically all she does. She gets a stun also from time to time. She's dead. She did pretty darn good compared to the usual. But yeah, Dooku is like slept on at the moment. Dooku is like a really good tune right now. He's like, he could be a mini nest. Sometimes I want to try like full protection and tenacity Dooku and see how that goes. And I'm pretty sure it could be pretty painful to handle. I like Dooku a lot. I like what they did with the tune. I like the kit. I like what it does. I think it's pretty really decent right now. I also think they gave him like special missions, because if you put him in like in part 3, Dooku has no special mission. So I play him under Palpatine lead. He does amazing in there because he gives shock. So yeah, Dooku is pretty amazing right now. Really like what Dooku does. So let me check my Dooku speed and let me check my roster real quick to see if I have regrets. I mean, most of the regrets that come to mind, who has the question? Tony. Most of the regrets that come to mind are tunes that I was forced to gear because of the events. You know, like having to gear the veterans and that kind of stuff. But you know, got me the tunes I needed, so kind of okay. 301. 301 speed on Dooku with no gear 12 plus. Fine. I mean, I could regret going for the vets, basically, because I never used them, and so far my Rey is still level 1. So not like I'm really using her anyway. Who do I regret? You said gear 12. Question, how did you mod Dooku and Asajj for the mission? Asajj, I don't care. Really, I don't care. She could die along the way, and I'm just fine. Dooku, full speed. I have a good health set on this because the stats are better on it, but I did give him good potency, and that's pretty much it. Good speed, good potency, here you go. He has a potency cross. You want him to land the debuffs, and then, I don't know if you looked, but use Dooku to call the droid. Do not use Makashi. Do not use the stealth move, because that means if you use that, Dooku will not get hit, Dooku will not counterattack, so it's actually worse. You could lose Dooku because he dies from AoEs and he doesn't get to counterattack from other hits. Basically, only the Zeta is good. Crappy Asajj, I had like almost no mods Asajj, let's say. Gear 11, Zeta Dooku, and I was going for, I was making 4 and 4 in that mission anyway. Still not answering the regret. Who could I regret at gear 12? I don't have that much gear 12 actually. I kind of slapped the IG-88 Zeta on a Feat of Rage to try something that still didn't work, so that's kind of a regret, I guess. I had HK-47 at gear 12, which is not really useful right now, but that was for the first nuke part, so it was useful, actually, so I don't regret that. I don't think I regret any of my gear 12s, actually. I do regret not having some of them at gear 12, like Palpatine and Krennic. I really want them gear 12, but that's kind of still a long way to go. I'm really happy of my gear 11 Mace Windu. What tune that kind of comes to mind? I did put some resources into that guy. That doesn't really do much right now, but I still think he's pretty good and he could have some uses. So, yes, of course he will counter on AoE, but he will not counter as much, so he will not win as much protection back as, well, AoEs in that mission do a lot of damage, so you don't gain the protection back enough. If you get hits by like tanks and the little fingers, he counter on that, so he gains protection. On AoEs, most of the time, he doesn't because they do a lot of damage. That's kind of what I went for. So yeah, basically no regrets. Regretting not having Ahsoka at gear 13 because she's amazing. Fulcrum, that is. Regretting not having Nihilus at 7 stars and ready to go. But my regrets are like choices I made not to gear tunes, not really to gear them. I'm pretty happy with my roster. I think I did a pretty good job. Pretty happy with that. Last question from viewer. Oh, Cody. Sorry, I was jumping over one. 5 second Zeta or Rex Unique Zeta first? Definitely Rex. 100% Rex. 100% Rex. Go Rex. 5 Zeta is not useful if you use your clones on offense. It's only useful on defense because it forces the other guy to really go for 5s first because of the boost. I don't like that Zeta at all. I know most people say it's amazing. I still don't like it. But even if I would be in the mind of someone that thinks of the Zeta as a really good one, still Rex first. Rex Zeta kind of makes or break the team. Go Rex Zeta. You cannot go wrong with that. You will do the next one also anyway, so that's kind of okay. You have General Useless. General Useless is a really good one. He's gear 11, 3 Zeta so far. Either bring Grievous to Relic 3 or Ahsoka to Relic 4 before Gaglock. If that means that you have Relic 2 Grievous, Relic 3 Ahsoka, I kind of think like it's not a big deal, whoever you pick. I kind of think you're good either way. If you were going to say who do I Relic 7 first, I would have said Grievous, because he gains really so much from that. But all in all, I would still say Grievous, but that doesn't sound like it would make that big of a difference. So, whoever you like the most. And that should actually be the answer to most questions. Yeah, whoever you like the most will do. General Useless. That's I will use that. General useless is really freaking good. I have all of the clone Zeta except Echo. Is it I kind of think it's a luxury Zeta, yeah. I kind of think that Zeta, it's in my mind, it will be a great Zeta for territory battles, because they will have some mechanics about dodge in that. If that makes sense. I think that Zeta will probably even be needed for like, let's say if we fight the cat thingo that pounces on Padme and stuff, because that could be a dodgy fucker. But it's kind of useless in my book. If good, it's good. It's like in Magic we call that a win more. It's like you're already winning, so you're just winning just a bit more. See, like most people thought of Droideca Zeta as being like useless, luxury Zeta. I would say they weren't entirely right, but I see where that came from, so it was kind of a luxury Zeta, and then the general useless event dropped by, and all of a sudden, having Droideca Zeta is like the big thing! And it's like really good for that, specifically. Pretty sure that would be kind of the same. Echo Zeta for PvE, for territory battles. I don't know, just makes sense, you know? Well, it's 9. Let me check. No good stuff. Well, it's Future Man when you need him. Get a bit of crystals. Do it. Is there anything I need? That. Definitely need that. Money. No often do I have 10 millions. Any... Ooh! Oh, no! Health! Oh... Wow, the secondaries were amazing on that mod. Oh, why did it have to be a health primary? Sad. Really sad. Droideca Zeta is almost a necessity for general useless. Pretty much. If you don't have like full gear 13, yeah. It's like have one gear 13 and Droideca Zeta, or have all of the gear 13. So it's pretty good to have Droideca Zeta, you know. And it's a lot better than people think, because it can assist out of assist encounters, so it actually assists a lot. It's not 35%, it's 57.75, because it does assist out of B1. He can assist out of himself. You can have like Big Blast, B1 assisting, Droideca assisting. That does a lot of damage. 20 viewers again, nice, second time we get there, thanks people. Et au passage, s'il y a des Français qui regardent, n'hésitez pas à poser des questions en français, j'y répondrai en français. Je parle anglais parce qu'il y a que des Anglais qui me parlent des questions dans l'immédiat, mais n'hésitez pas vraiment, si vous êtes là, hein, je répondrai en français, personne m'en voudra de passer un petit moment avec vous aussi, hein, après tout, c'est normal, soyez pas timides. Guild launch raid. Ooh, yeah. I would like not to answer that question. Catching up. Yeah. So before General Useless and Malak, I should also get Hermit Yoda at some point. Yeah, the gear was really useful. Catching up is hard. I will, I promise I will. American. Yeah, American. Hell yeah, America. I did make some fun of Americans in some streams, I do apologize for that. But I still stand by what I say. Je suis désolé, je suis désolé. Non, en vrai, je suis pas désolé, j'avoue que j'ai jamais spécialement eu l'utilité pour Hermit Yoda. C'est sans doute très con, puisque je pense qu'il m'aiderait beaucoup, mais ouais. Enfin, il faut vraiment que je commence à économiser. Il faut vraiment que je me mette à économiser. Le dernier pack là de get qu'on a eu, je me suis dit je vais économiser, j'achète que des stun guns quand j'en vois. J'ai vu un peu trop de stun guns. Everyone makes fun. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't care about any friend jokes anyway. So yeah, pretty much. I I want to be able to make fun of anyone. And if anyone gets offended, well, first of all, fuck them. But nobody should get offended for, like, jokes. Ever. Especially Jewish people. No, I didn't say that. Any good French movies came out lately? Tricky question. Did you know that The Fifth Element was actually registered as a French movie? Because Luc Besson is French. Here you go. Last good French movie. French cinema is kind of in a bad spot. In a terrible spot. I love character like him, Wampa, what? Yeah, definitely agree with that. Luc Besson did Valiant too. Yeah, we don't talk about that one. But yes, he did. Yes, he definitely did. I do agree, yeah. Tunes you can just plug in and get to play like Thrawn and Nest and that kind of tune are the best tune in the game in my opinion. Definitely that, definitely right. No, I mean, yeah. On movie topic, I went to see The Joker not long ago in English because I really don't want to hear the crappy French versions of that kind of movie. Was pretty great. Pretty great movie. Definitely not what I expected going in, and was pretty happily surprised. I don't think it was that mind-blowing or anything, and that would go as far as say that I don't even think that Joaquin Phoenix should deserve an Oscar for his performance, because for most of the movie it kind of felt like a bit over the top actually. But the movie itself had some pretty great moments. Nest too for sure, yeah, Nest. Nest is great. Nest is amazing. I love my Nest so much. Kind of sad that she kind of fell out of favor just because they needed the meta to beat Nest, and she took like 2, maybe even 3 nerfs in a row just because she was beating whales and whales suck and they couldn't beat Nest. So yeah, people couldn't really beat Nest, so they nerfed her, and I feel sad about it. But hey, she still gets 63 banners most of the time, so that's fine. By the way, what I'm doing right now, I don't know if you checked that, use bounty hunters on the middle row of the territory battles, because I think, I'm pretty adamant about it, I think you cannot at all get on Mace Windu in the middle, so you can have Django in there. Django, being a separatist, gets the buffs, can use the tank for the 2 later fights. So having that team right there is pretty good. Django will not get one-shotted by Mace, and you can pretty much go on with your day, and you're doing a pretty good score, especially with the tank in part 3 and 4. Like, Django and the tank are really good together. Still see boss, yep. Lilou Dallas multipass, yep, that's a French bingo. Definitely French. They kept it in French, by the way. Like, Lilou Dallas multipass. Best line of the whole movie. Haha, chicken. The laughing was a bit too much. I mean, I kind of liked it, the idea, but they overplayed it a lot. Like, the very first laugh, at the very start of the movie, like, he's just in that little room with the black lady, it's too much. And when I was in, during the movie, most of those times are amazing, actually. But that very first time you hear him laugh, I was like, this is so overplayed. This is like the guy just wants his Oscar, you know, like that was way too much. But I'm not trying to downplay his performance, because that's really a performance. He did absolutely great. That movie was great, and it kind of flips over on its head, that kind of in the middle, and has some pretty great moments. Some silly stuff, some really silly stuff, and some stuff that I was just like, no, you should not do that. But pretty good. Really pretty good. Like, definitely the best DC movie so far. Yeah. Corbin, my man. Yeah. That's like the only part where I actually like the French version better for the Fifth Element. I mean, the voice actor of the French Ruby is absolutely bonkers. He's just absolutely amazing. He changed a lot of stuff because he doesn't have as high pitch of a voice as the original one, but he did some pretty great work. You know the studio stream. Yeah, that's I pretty much intend to do that. I'm really happy that a lot of people joined in and are asking questions and speaking and making this alive. I mean, I'm just playing in the background, not being stressed out. Cool music in the back. Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, I do agree with that. Let's do that more. Let's hang around together, guys. If that sounds okay. Aziz Lumière, yeah, that's some really great French stuff right there. But like, yeah, the guy in French that's coming on and being like Corbel Dallas is always just cracks me up every fucking time I see that. That was just amazing. And also, might I add, to jump on the subject, that I think the best. Actually, the best actor ever is Gary Oldman. I think Gary Oldman is actually just the overall best performer you can find, and basically he's the best. I think. I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you check all the stuff he did, like Dracula, like of course Commissioner Gordon, he was in Harry Potter for the big roles, he was Churchill, he was Hannibal Lecter. Excuse me, he did like so much stuff and he did so fucking well. I definitely think Gary Oldman is the best fucking actor ever. So yeah, fight me. I will fight you on this. Like, my favorite movie ever, for French people it's Léon, for you it's The Professional. Nay, here you go, you're nice. That's actually my favorite movie of all fucking time. And in there, Gary Oldman, like, when I was a kid and I saw The Professional the first time, I was scared shitless of that guy. It was that his big scene, and I'm not even going to spoil it because I think some people still never saw The Professional. His big scene is amazing. It's like way too much. And that, wow, I cannot kill those guys. What the? Embo died, and I'm stuck. Amelie is actually the name of my wife. But yeah, Amelie. It's not a French title, by the way. But yeah, it's a pretty great movie, and I'm pretty sure it's really good in English too, and that they made it pretty cool. I'm going to auto with that because that will be a lot faster. I'm going to lose in the next fight anyway because I don't have Embo anymore, and they just hit too hard. But hey, hurry up a bit, guys. This is getting way too long. Happy birthday. Yeah. For all of you who never saw The Professional, go see The Professional. Just for some lines alone. And if you can get your hands on the long version on The Professional, because there is a long version on The Professional, definitely watch it. It's definitely, even if you already saw The Professional, try to get the long version. It's definitely worth a watch. There is like some more scenes in there that are pretty darn amazing. Like, most of them are during her training, and they're kind of amazing. Feels good to talk about that kind of shit. Feels really good. Such a great movie, man. Such a great movie. Like, that's definitely my number one movie ever, and that like defines so much shit in my childhood and young adulthood. That, yeah, just love that movie so fucking much. It has everything. It has Jean Reno. It has well, that I mean, Natalie Portman didn't age at all, so now every time I watch Natalie Portman, I see, I pretty much see her in The Professional anyway. It has Björk music in there, a lot of good stuff. Hey, that's some good ones. Gary Oldman, yeah, Gary Oldman is the best. Also, by the way, if you want to search Google for Gary Oldman, do not forget the R. Okay? If you want to look for Gary Oldman, do not forget the R. You will find some weird stuff if you do so. Lee Harvey Oswald, also, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Dîner de cons, Les Visiteurs, La Cité de la Peur, Alain Chabat, Les Nuls. J'ai toujours eu un peu de mal avec Les Nuls, même si j'aime beaucoup les films de Chabat. Si je dois en choisir un de ceux-là, franchement, c'est Le Dîner de cons. Le Dîner de cons. Il y a des répliques tellement géniales dans ce film, quoi. Vous avez l'air aussi triste qu'un cheval sur un champ de course que manque une haie. Vous serez sur un champ de course ou vous abattrez. À chaque fois j'entends ça, putain. Let me show you one of the teams I like to use, and hey, I have a Gear 13 Kylo now, so this should be pretty interesting. And use Separatists. Yeah, let's put note in that. Il y avait un bibelot ici. Il est un peu rappeux. Sorry guys, talking about comedic, good French movies with like really good lines. Some really good lines. Bless me. Ah, le dîner de con. Grand classique. Mais ouais, j'ai Chabat, les nuls, j'ai toujours eu un peu de mal quand même. J'adore Burger Quiz, mais j'ai toujours un peu eu mal avec leur humour. Des fois, je trouve ça un poil trop bébête. Why do French people speak so fast? Some of us are learning. When I kind of think that I speak even faster when I speak English than French, to be honest. So I'm pretty sure it's kind of right. Please share the titles. Oh, I don't know if there is any English version of either. Les Visiteurs. Les Visiteurs, I know that there was an American Les Visiteurs. But the other ones, La Cité de la Peur is like a really crappy French movie that was just made for laughs, and that has some amazing laughs, but is just for absurd. Like, has that character who'd say, "When I'm happy, I'm vomiting," and he vomits. Basically, it pretty much has the best line ever, which is "You're bluffing, Martoni." Tu bluffes, Martoni. Best line in all of fucking cinema, but you have to watch the movie to understand that. And then Le Dîner de Con is pretty much my favorite French comedy. Like it's about a rich guy who has the habit of organizing dinner parties where him and his friends try to find the stupidest guy possible, and they bring them and they ask them stuff and they make fun of them. But like his full life falls apart, and he has to rely on the stupid guy he has with him to fix it up, because he's like hurt, he's in pain from his back and stuff, and that guy is so fucking dumb that it just makes the movie absolutely amazing. From start to finish. It has some of the best lines ever. Like the one I just say was like, you look as sad as a horse who's just missed one mark. If you were off a race field, they would shoot you. I didn't translate it well enough, I think, but that's an amazing line. I have a geared first order team with rigged 3-color random mask. Should I use it on offense or defense for Green Arena? It kind of depends on what you have around that. I think it's pretty good both ways. I think people don't really get how much stuff First Order can kill on offense. It's really good on offense, it actually kills a lot of stuff. But if you have a good Gear 13 Kylo, it actually negates most of the usual counters. So you could actually make a good work in defense of that Kylo Ren. So pretty much goes both ways, I think. If you already have a good enough defense, keep it on offense. If you think the guy in front of you will have trouble beating a Gear 13 Kylo, and that's a thing, because if well modded, Gear 13 Kylo is a pain to kill. Use it on defense. Pretty much can go. Oh fuck, that was stupid. Pretty much can go both ways, though. I think. Yeah, 78k health. Yep, definitely. By the way, I think Kylo Ren should be modded, especially after Gear 13, with defense mods. Defense sets, health primaries. That's actually the... That's not from me. A guy on Reddit did the math, like one of the last guy on Reddit, not just saying that the game is dying. There is still some of these guys around. But he... Oh, misclick. He did the math, and it makes him even tankier than he already is. Like 6 defense mods with 4 health primaries and 6 E mods, of course, and just give it a go. And I'm doing that right now. Like slicing my Kylo Ren and Mask mods, and it's giving some pretty darn amazing results. Did you just see that Sarge just hit me for 7,000 on a crit? That in itself is pretty darn impressive, actually. I'm missing questions. Some quotes. Some good quotes in there. It's not really fast. Paris is quick for French speakers. I have a lot of parents in my students who are Congolese and speak slower than French. Oh, interesting. The American version of Dinner for Schmucks. Dinner for Schmucks! Is that the title? Dinner for Schmucks. Hey Schmutz, you're not that far off. Dinner for Schmuck. Sounds terrible, actually. The name is really bad. Christian Bugeaud, Christian Clavier, yeah, not the same guy. Another question. FO, First Order are okay, mostly Gear 12, not Masked Kylo. Zeta on Masked Kylo is absolutely irrelevant. It's not doing anything anymore. It's bad, basically. Don't use it ever. And well, as you can see, gearing him up is not a priority. You can pretty much see what I'm doing right now. Kylo Ren Masked is Gear 9, and I only use him because of the turn meter gain. And that's kind of all there is that is interesting to me on his kit. If you want to use him in a defense team, actually you should have him geared up, because that makes him really hard to kill. But if you want to use him on offense or for PvE, going with Gear 9 is kind of okay. You can see he's doing his stuff. He's giving turn meters, sometimes he's turning someone. That's all you want from him. So pretty much happy with that. The gear should be on Kylo Unmasked and Fox. These are the 2 big ones. Get Kylo Unmasked, well and good, and then get Fox to hit fucking hard! Yeah, bonk. That was stupid because I just lost some HP there. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. That's definitely enough to get working. And every time you do that, you gain 25% turn meter. That's all you ask from that Gear 9 Kylo. My Officer is Gear 11. That's pretty much enough too. I would like to have him a bit higher. But that's kind of okay. When used on offense, who to target with Geos? Pretty much anyone. Kind of depends on the level of your Geos, but good Geos can take down JKR just fine. So you could get up to this kind of shit with them. I mean, you could target bounty hunters. You melt them, basically. You just melt them. You can go for anything lower. You will kill anything lower than you in the tier list, basically. First Order you will melt too. There is like a lot of stuff you will actually just kill outright just because you're Geos. So as long as you don't get to... Do not attack Grievous. Grievous will trash you. And do not attack Darth Revan and Malak. And if you don't have like really good Geos, do not attack Jedi Knight Revan. And probably do not attack Padme. But out of these, let's say 5 teams, you're pretty much good to go. They can kill anything that is not tier S, basically. Kind of good enough. Yeah. Take. But be sure you have good geos and that they are well modded. That's kind of all you need. Did you guys have seen Not to Disturb? I think I did, but probably not the same title in French. But Christian Clavier is like... he's a bit controversial in France because we kind of say that he does the same movie over and over again since he did The Visitor, and that he's only playing on his Jacouille role, and that's kind of all he does. I kind of agree with that. I don't like him very much, to be honest. What's the biggest takeaway from this stream? Usually leave him out of my... Well, sure! I mean, Gear 9, who cares? I have a Gear 11 pilot. Could be using Gear 11 pilot. Nope, I'm using Kylo. Oh fuck, well, I mean, I'm probably not getting that 4th wave because it's kind of hard, actually, and Kylo just decided he would stop to taunt. But yeah, I mean, Kylo Gear 9 is just fine. Just mod him for speed. Mine is like, yeah, this is over. Mine is modded for speed, and that's pretty much it. He gives turn meter. That's pretty good. Wait, is it over? Because, like, kind of looks like Kylo Ren Unmasked could tank a lot of stuff, but he's stunned right now. Oh, no, okay. Fox is getting too much of a beating, but Kylo is tanking like crazy. Holy fuck! I would like him to taunt, but I want to keep the stun and the cleanse. We have a guy in our guild that's really cut his whole first order team, but crazy in my opinion. Yeah. I don't think they would be that good. They would still be abusable. They would still not win against. Wow, Kylo Ren is tanking so much fucking shit. If I can get Fox to survive, could I do this? I mean, he's not doing any damage or anything. That's I mean, not having first order officer will hurt because I will get a lot less damage from Fox. This could be a long one, but like that Kylo is not going down. Wow. I mean, most of the time that team would stop at the third phase. I think I don't do enough damage to them anyway. I will not get them down. And not having the... oh, wow. You have tenacity down and you resist. Fuck you. Yeah, R7 Fox is pretty darn gross. I do agree with that. But, yeah, I need to take the medic down first. I know I shouldn't be targeting him with... Actually, if Newt could survive, Newt would do some heavy damage. Hey, Doggy, you don't do that usually. You need some love tonight. Extortion will do the trick. Probably. Like, AoE could kill Newt. And so if AoE kills Newt... oh, and now Kylo is stunned. So that's bad. Kylo will lose the taunt. Yeah, Kylo did just lose the taunt, so they could kill the rest. And if... Yep, Newt is dead. Pretty sure that will... Thank you, Brian! It's working! Yes! Finally the GIF works! Finally the GIFs work and I can see them online. Thank you, Brian, thanks a lot! Really nice from you, thank you! That sound destroyed both of my eardrums. Might be a bit too loud, sorry guys. Thank you, Brian. Do you just always spam the second ability with Kylo? No, I didn't use it a lot, but I probably should have. I mean, I could have stunned like, I don't know. I was like, I should keep it to take taunt out of the tank, and that was probably a mistake. I tried to keep it for, yeah, see, like, for that kind of target. And I just didn't, and that was pretty stupid. Because if the guy has taunt and doesn't have any debuffs, I cannot taunt anymore. Pretty much. And yeah, and I will have to hit the taunt now, because I don't have the cleanses, so that was pretty stupid from me. Kylo is not even doing 1000 damage on a crit. Thanks a lot, Brian, thanks a lot, and I'm pretty happy that it's showing up right now. I had a lot of troubles with the GIFs actually showing up during the streams, but now it does. So thank you for the donation, and thank you for allowing me to see that it's actually working. Mass Kylo, oh yeah, Mass Kylo, you definitely just spam the second special for turn meter gain, and if you don't have it, well, you use the second special on a guy with tenacity down, and if you get him stunned, that's some bonus. And that's it. I would like to kill the medic, but I would like not to kill him with with Fox, because Fox has a lot of health right now and does a lot of damage. So I would like actually one of the Kylos to kill him. Please kill him there. Nope. Please Kylo, kill him there. Nope. I really don't want to kill him with you, because if I do, you will lose health, and if you lose health, you will lose damage. You can kill him. Oh, wow! Die! Oh, do not heal yourself. Do not heal yourself. Finally. Okay. Maybe still doable. And Cody is doing the AoE and the hard damage, and the rest are pretty much a tank, a guy that gives turn meter. No, I don't want to use that. Wow, that's the third time I'm using Gear 13 Kylo in this. He's a fucking boss. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying it, actually. Didn't thought it would be that enjoyable, to be honest. What? So I'm stuck again, but this time I kept the finger. Oh no, he's stunned again! Oh fuck! Kylo Ren and Mask is stunned again, no! Oh, why? I don't have the turn meter gain to get that running back up. Damn. Cody got his health back, fuck. Okay, wow, this is a really long one, but I kind of want to see how far it goes. So, Gear 13 Kylo, full defense mods, and health primaries, definitely not dying at all. Oh wow, killing 5 is going to be so fucking long. Wow, and Cody is like gaining protection backup? What? Oh, they get... Oh, wow. This is going to be so fucking long. It kind of looks like he's absolutely indestructible. Definitely. Definitely that. Yep. But Fize will be a tough cookie too, to be honest with you. I just need to stack up more health on Fox, but that's a pretty darn long process. I also think stunning Cody is a good idea, because I don't want him gaining back all that protection. If I want to succeed in killing him at some point. I should have used that as one health though. Wow, this is so fucking long! This is taking fucking forever. Oh, no heal! Oh yeah, that's right. That means no heal. Oh, that's pretty good. That's when I get damage actually. Bonk. Oh, that's nothing! Come on! That's getting way too long. Yeah, Newt definitely would have helped a lot with extortion. 10 hours late. Yeah, that's kind of amazing how much it has tanked so far, to be honest. Like, that's kind of amazing. If that guy is dead, the buffs goes away, so I really want him dead. Because they will not regenerate as much as they do. Oh no! Oh, and the AoE is the thing killing me, and now he's stunned. Oh, fuck! Getting one more beer. Yeah, should do that too. Yeah, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it because it's going to be way too long, and the droid has like a long time to get back in. So I really don't think I would be able to do that in the long run. Like it definitely looks doable, but it would take like 2 fucking hours. So I don't think they are able to kill Kylo Ren in mask actually. I really don't think they are. Kylo Ren is just tanking everything like a fucking beast, and I'm pretty sure they cannot kill him. I could kill them, but it would be like a really long and painful walk, and like I think if I just keep playing this, I win. Because like they cannot kill Fox with AoEs because he's like really tanky. He gained a lot of health, and like they cannot kill Kylo Ren. They definitely cannot kill Kylo Ren on this. But Fox will get it done eventually. Yeah, but I mean that's for you guys that I'm saying that, because you're just watching me with those 2 fuckers going at it, and yeah, I'm going to need one more beer too, actually. If that has to go any kind of longer than this. I want that guy stunned. What I know is I want that guy stunned. I want the guy that I'm hitting on to be stunned. But then that guy is making my day horrible. I'm getting some good damage on Fox. Bonk. Yeah, he was doing 10,000 not long ago, so that's pretty good. Really would like that to be fucking stunned. Oh, he's getting so fucking much. I'm not getting turn meter anymore. This really could go for a fucking while. Is the droid back? Not yet. Nah, this is too much. I probably can... I mean, sure, hypothetically, I'm going to win that, but that's so fucking long. I will miss ships, I will miss, like, so much... Haven't watched the gameplay, I'm here to find out how I can win in grid. You dick! Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. That's okay. Let's see, he's getting lower. Let's call the droid. Kind of epic music, that's fine. Oh, he's getting back up! No! Droid is doing no fucking damage at all. Come on, Fox. Stun that guy. Almost in the red. Oh, taunting again. Oh, I cannot get the fucking taunt off. Getting the taunt off. Come on. Oh, he's in the red. Oh, he's back in the yellow. That's fine. Do not call him. Do not call him. Come on, Fox. And the worst part being that I don't want Fox to kill him. I want Fox to get him really low, but I don't want Fox to kill him. Because if Fox kills him, he loses all the HP stacked up. To be honest, I never lost in JA since Gaik. I'm having a hell of a time getting matched with these monsters every time. Oh, come on! No, he's getting so much turns back and back. He got up so fucking much. Nah, that's way too long. I mean, I'm winning this. in the very long run, but I would miss ships, I would miss everything. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. This is too long. This is too long. I mean, they were hitting Kador and Mask without them. Yeah, they're stupid. I mean, what do you expect from that? And Kador is stunned. As soon as he gets stunned, that's like so fucking painful because they get... See, he's in the green again. I could do that just because I would stack up on Fox, but that's too long. That's too much. That's way too long. I don't want to do all of this. I don't want to do that all the way up. That's enough. That's enough. I quit. I'm basically giving up. I know I would have won that in the long run, but that's way too much. I crashed the game. No, I didn't. Nice. Let's see. Ships. Am I late or not for ships? Oh, I have 2 fights to do today. Ooh, fancy. Let's attack. I don't know, that guy. That would have taken forever. Still winning, taking forever. Sure. But yeah, I mean, info to take out of this. First Order can do stuff even in territory battles, which is a pretty good info, if you ask me. You should create a channel on Discord for oddball defensive teams that works. I would call that the Clone Wars Chewie League. I mean, I could do like... Oh, sorry. There is a lot of stuff to say about it, and you could make a lot of stuff work just because people would be like taken by surprise, basically. But as long as you don't keep like just the standard thing, you can make a lot of stuff work just because you find some good synergies. And anyone can do it. Anyone can find cool stuff, and anyone can make some weird shit teams work on defense. I definitely think that's absolutely true, absolutely true, and that a lot of people can find some really good stuff. But yeah, Clone Wars 3 is a great example. How did I mod my Clone Wars Chewie? Do you really think that the modding on a Gear 8 tune makes a lot of difference? I gave him some health mods and some protection and okay-ish speed. That's pretty much, yeah. Here you go. He had that, and that's it. But you pretty much don't care because as long as he has like a bit of tankiness, he actually doesn't really die anyway. So, oh, I might actually be losing this. I should be focused on my ships. But yeah, no, you don't really need to pay any kind of special attention to how you mod your Clone Wars Chewie. You need to pay good attention on how you mod Vendor and L3 and how you mod Zalbar and even Mission. But Clone Wars Chewie, just go at it. Just go at it and have him in the team. His lead is actually what you want because it makes Vendor a fucking beast. I started to accumulate holds with JTR base and what? No BB-8. I like that idea a lot. That sounds really good. If that's a standard team, people who know how to make it, definitely, and they know how to kill it. And that's why I think people doing like a top best team you should put on defense. That's absolutely dumb. You should try some weird stuff. I mean, I can give you my weird stuff and what I think is good weird stuff, but you should try your own. Like putting I don't know, but Shore Trooper in Bounty Hunters is kind of amazing. Putting Dengar on a Newt and what's his face, Dooku team, that kind of stuff. Am I losing this? Feels like I'm losing this. Yep, definitely losing this. Wasn't paying enough attention. I'm going to be late for ships. Usually I'm late for ships. Yeah, Clone Wars 3, yeah. They have to think, basically, yeah. And most people are just trying to... Ooh, I was third with my run! Okay. Nice. That's really decent. Oh! I don't recall being that rich, ever. 11 millions? Mwah. Hence a channel where people can share out but cool teams. Yep, could do that. What music am I playing? Savkov. Still Savkov. That's some Savkov stuff. He's amazing. He does some great music and they are free. So, lot of good stuff on the guy. Kudos. Do I have anything to slice? Secondary speed. Do I have anything cool to slice? Nah. Funny story, my brother plays and didn't know they changed the chip challenge to always trade use data. He asked me yesterday when I was doing a data drops. Haha. Nice one. No, that's not some really good stuff. 13, bad prime. Nah, I don't have anything to slice really. Is there something on a specific tune I would like to slice? I don't really know. Yeah, that triangle on Django is pretty okay actually. Let me slice that. Yeah, that's good. Good offense. Hey. Good for you, Django. He thought it was the best lucky streak of all time. I would be that guy too, I think. I would be like, wow, this is amazing. Definitely understand your brother. So your Brink, who is your brother? Bronk? Okay, that. Shut up, Kador, you're drunk. I cannot do the clay. Oh, I can try it! Oh, I can try the clay and be absolutely smooshed. Oh, let's do that. How do I spell the music author? S-A... Vavkov. S-A-V-F-K. Savkov. Yeah. Let's have fun. Oh, you're mocking me! Okay, you know what? Let's try this on the clay. This should be interesting. This should be pretty interesting. First time I'm trying it, by the way. I'm pretty sure I will get absolutely stomped. And there is 3 AoE Jedis. What have I done? With the only rent drop in decent areas, will you shoot at the people that haven't built more of the talents in part 3 team? Nah. I really don't think you should go, Night Sisters. I was pulling out top 10s without any solo teams and without JTR. You can make anything work. And look at my solo team for part 3. I mean, I'm working on it. It's hard, but it works. And I get, like, good rewards. That's fine. I wouldn't advise people to go Night Sisters only for the raid. I would advise people to go Night Sisters because they're pretty great, but there is a lot of stuff to do before Night Sisters in my book. Jinx Brink. Tame the clay, ability block on the AoE Jedis first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get absolutely trashed anyway. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, tame the clay but target AoE Jedi. Whoops, makes sense. Yep. That was the brute, right? Someone has died. Yep. Was there really a point? Well, that was fun. Come on, Jedi, do the work for me. You know what's the part about it that would make it a lot easier and actually a lot fun to do? If the clay could attack the Jedi. Yeah, yeah, of course I'm toast. I mean, that what the fuck? I didn't even understand what happened there. I guess I tried. Gear 11 is definitely not enough for that mission. And that kind of makes sense. I saw that today via P3 solo and both P1 and P2. Yeah. Depends on your guild. Totally depends on your guild. Absolutely depends on your guild. Yeah. Let's not miss ships. Because I'm going to be late. 1 minute 15. Okay, I am... Yeah, I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry about it. I'm getting some for the first mission, not everyone is. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. What can I do in 1 minute? Can go fuck my wife. Should be back before the ships are okay. Oh fuck, I'm really saying some stupid shit right now. I blame Call of Duty. 100% they need to rework Sith rewards different. Yeah, I do agree that the difference between 10 and 11 is kind of way too much. Thank you, Brink. Thank you for laughing at my jokes, Brink. You make me feel a lot better about it. No special gear to put, no special stuff. I don't think that 6 thermal goes anywhere. That's fine. And actually I couldn't even do that because she's not even there. That's why I'm making that Q&A stream tonight. She's not even there. Let's nuke that guy. Because I need to put the nuke team back. That's done under 1 minute. This is why you're not allowed 2 beers. I can take a lot more than this, but I'm so fucking tired that I think the second one might actually kill me. I definitely blame Call of Duty. Preparing the Call of Duty launch and tomorrow being Call of Duty launch will be a lot of work and a lot of hard time. It's really hard to spend your whole fucking day answering people who want Call of Duty and having to say every fucking time, no, I cannot sell you Call of Duty today because the launch is tomorrow. The phrase I said the most today was like, no, I cannot sell you Call of Duty. Anyway. 7 minutes, so I will have to burn a refresh anyway. Top 10 still infinitely better than 11. There, yep. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's on Ahsoka, so that's pretty good because I can clean that. Yoink. Taking that away. So yeah, this is really a thing. If you have a taunting tooth and Anakin still has the specific buff, Akbar will not use the AoE. It sounds pretty stupid, I know, but that's a thing. That's a nice job, definitely. I'm really happy that I got that job. You cannot even imagine. It has been really hard for me that past year, so getting a really good job I really love now feels absolutely amazing. Really fucking happy about it. Bye bye. I'm really fucking happy about it. Going to your job and being happy to do so every day is probably the best thing that ever happened to me, to be honest. Yeah, that's a really nice job. Yeah, definitely. You just hit upon the #1 key to happiness in life. I totally disagree with you. We have great jobs in Canada for bilingual people, just saying. I know. Guarantee me one and get me through the Atlantic and I'm your guy. I said it. I mean, get me across the Atlantic and get me a really good job in there. I'm your guy. I'm totally down to going through the fucking Atlantic to get a job. Yeah. Oh, and I need the cats to move with me. You would hire me yourself? What? Is that an actual proposal? You need people to work for you? You know, I'm kind of serious about it. I'm really considering it, because even if that job is amazing, I'm still not settled anywhere. This house is not mine. So I want to buy something, and I want to have kids, and I want to build all of that in somewhere that feels the right place, and this place doesn't. So I'm open to all the suggestions, and getting a great job in Canada would actually be amazing. They're also one of my favorite civilizations to play in Civilization 6. If that makes me any better for the job. We We have cats in Canada too. Oh no, but I need my cats. I need my cats. I didn't pick up Duncan from the street as a kitty, as a kitten. Sorry, to have him stay in France and me going to Canada. I need the dog and the cats to be part of the trip, or I'm not going. But if you are serious about this, I could actually be pretty serious about this too. I do think that would be a great way of moving on with my life and doing something amazing. So if you have a proposal for a good job in Canada, you can pretty much count me in, basically. Sure, we'd have to sort out the actual job and want it to be like... I don't know if actually that's the same thing everywhere, but I want to be sure that I get employed somewhere and I don't get fired after 2 weeks. But I definitely could consider it. I don't have a lot of formation for anything that is not commercial, but I'm ready to learn anything. Probably you should probably not show my stream to people in the government, because I might be drinking way too much beer for it. But hey, definitely not that bad of an idea. So first this ship is second. I need that, right? Not that much. If you work for the government, you pretty much have to shoot someone in the workplace to get fired. That's pretty great. I'm not a gun guy. I have some weapons, but they're all knives and swords and sabers. I actually collect them a bit. I have kind of a lot of them. I have old fleurets. Old French fleuret. I have some knives, I have some katanas and that kind of stuff. But I don't like guns. They are, you know, so uncivilized. Get a gun. Get a James gun, maybe? Nah. But I like that idea. Yeah, I guess there is like really not enough people there anyway. But that's a funny thought. I like the line. If you work for the government, you pretty much have to shoot someone in a workplace to get fired. That's a great line. Magna Guard is still not good enough. About stun guns. Oh, good one, Ray. Good one. I look into it for you. We can talk about doing math. We definitely can. When you first told me about it, I was like, that guy is definitely not serious, you know, about it. I couldn't really see it happening anyway. Show us some sabers. Oh, I don't know if I should show that on YouTube. I have them in my room. If you wear blackface, then you'll be elected in the government. I don't know. I have some interesting pieces. I probably shouldn't show that on YouTube. I do have one there, I think. This one is pretty interesting. That's not a saber. That's not a saber, that's a knife. That's a Swedish hunting knife. That I found on a very weird sale with old people. And that's the only knife I ever saw who is like, so that's a knife, right? That's a blocked knife, and you have that little finger in the middle, you press it, and you spin it around, and it's a skinning knife on the other end. So you have two knives in one being a regular knife, and one being a skinning knife you use to actually take the skin of things you hunted. So that's a hunting knife right there, a Swedish hunting knife. I like that piece quite a lot. I don't like violence and weapons, but I'm a very, very big history fan. And I like stories about war and about all the little things they had in there and the weapons and stuff. And that's one of my very favorite pieces, because I find it pretty interesting to see to what ends people would go to actually skin something they just hunted. Sounds weird, but it's kind of, you know, probably shouldn't show that to all of you on YouTube. That was a bad idea, Tony. But yeah, I have some katanas. I have like a Kill Bill katana replica, that kind of shit. Pretty happy with it. I have a lot of training ones. I did a lot of fencing when I was younger. I kind of stopped, sadly, but I did a lot of fencing and kendo, which is the Japanese fencing. So yeah, I have a lot of these around. I grabbed this one because that was the closest one to me. But I never used it, so you know. Have some butterfly knives, some stuff like this. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. You're like the only one answering right now. Don't be scared, people. I'm not using that. I'm not using that probably ever. But yeah, I'm actually a big history geek. I love like the little things about history. Not many people now, and I kind of wanted to be a history teacher at some point, but I didn't have the money to be able to go on to the university I needed to be honest, because I was kind of always a poor fuck, and I didn't had any money, and I couldn't get to the right university and the right stuff, and I couldn't get the degree to become a teacher. But if I could, I would have been a history teacher, and I think I would have love to spread some of the stuff I know around about history, because I think there is some amazing stuff people need to know about history and that they don't. Anyway, use it on General Skin My Balls. Well, that would be more like General Skin My Balls then. Badooms. That's some good damage. Nice. Grievous. General fucking Grievous. And his trusty B1 that is not... Oh, that is dead yet. That is definitely dead. General Useless, get it right. Nah, I mean, yeah, General Useless is pretty great, but I still stand by my General Sky My Balls. General Useless. General Useless was really great. Bon, y a pas de français qui pose des questions en français, c'est dommage quand même. Je me disais que je vous verrais un petit peu. There is one mission left. Probably could have did that with geos. But you know, I tried. Let's use that. Well, nah, I'm going with Krennic. Just for the hell of it. You have good potency, so call the droid yourself. Destructor you. That's a boring one to face. Because that shit is like has no point whatsoever, so those guys are the one you should go for, but they are countering and doing some weird shenanigans. Good stun, Papa! Dooku in there would be absolutely beastly, but yeah. He has his own mission and stuff. Boink. Boink. Catfight in the back? Yeah, I see two catfightings in the back. I love my cat. I love you too, doggy. Don't be sad. Poor doggy. What are your predictions for characters from the new movies and maybe previous movies? Well, we will see the usual. There will be like the Dio droid. Spoiler alert, I'm a big of a manga nerd too, so I hope it's D0, because if that's Dio, It was me, Dio! JoJo fans, right? I heard that release character from 7 and 8. Yeah, pretty sure we could see Snoke. That would kind of make sense. New Finn and Poe would make sense too. Probably we'll have a new Rey, a new Kylo Ren. Probably we'll have that D0 droid. We could see, I could see a new 3PO, because it looked like 3PO does a lot of stuff in the next movie. Maybe a Palpatine, like Chairwheel Palpatine. I don't know. Chairwheel Palpatine sounds like a bit of a stretch, but I actually like that idea. I had the idea first. Chairwheel Palpatine it is. Chairwheel Palpatine. What could they have in there? The new... We saw a new chick with 2 guns. So could have her. We saw a new Asian chick. So we could have her too. She had a big gun. Red Trooper, of course, Red Trooper. There is a new Snow Trooper. Actually, there is a new Snow Trooper. So he could be fun in there. And of course, Knights of Ren. Pretty sure we will get some Knights of Ren. Saw some visuals, and like one of them have the biggest axe I've ever seen in a Star Wars movie, and I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. So yeah, Knights of Ren. New ships, like there was a new Sith fighter, that kind of shit. So yeah, pretty much all of that good stuff. I'm actually pretty pumped about some Mandalorian tunes. I would like the new Bounty Hunter Mandalorian could be. I would like a Flame Trooper. Hell yeah. Give me a Mandalorian Flame Trooper. Because that sounds absolutely amazing. Give me, like, the droid is not IG-88, it's like AT, I don't really remember which one it is, but you could have that one. The lady is fun. There is a new ugly guy, I have the pop at the shop, that kind of stuff. So yeah, Mandalorian stuff. Yeah, pretty much could be a lot of good things in there. I don't think they will do more Clone Wars, even when Clone Wars still rolls out, because there was kind of a lot lately. But yeah, a lot of new good content and new stuff. Here you go. Doink. Wow, that was a 2-hour stream already. Just check that. Still 17 people watching, thanks to all of you guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for joining in and watching. Really feel free to ask any question. I'm still there to answer them. I'm probably going to go to sleep pretty soon because I feel my eyes are kind of closing. Oh, this is... Oh, wow. This is a wave I cannot win against. So yeah, feel free to ask any question. Pareil pour les Français. N'hésitez pas à poser la moindre question que vous puissiez avoir. Mais j'ai vraiment pas eu beaucoup à parler en français depuis tout à l'heure, donc n'hésitez pas. Ouch, yeah, that's a tough, yep. Bye bye. Thank you, Tarkin, for your service. Bonk, yep, bonk, definitely bonk. Oh, pretty okay. Bless me. Happy birthday. Okay, I did my stuff. Okay, that's good. Let's deploy. I'm hyped for I'm really hyped for a the light side territory battles. Thinks it's going to be really fun. Okay. Maybe a fart trooper. Fart trooper? Though I like the idea. I don't see the reference if there is one. Where is that fart trooper coming from? Except your ass, but fart trooper. I could see bonk trooper actually. Have the guy bonking his head on the first movie, like you know when they go under that door and you have that bloper of the gate going bonk. I could see bonk trooper being in the game. Hey, let's nuke that guy again, just for the pleasure of nuking someone. Bonk trooper, yeah, I like bonk trooper. Think having BB-8 die, really that's a thing that I see more and more with relics. Having BB-8 be frail so that he dies from a hit from Revan and Malak actually makes the fight a lot easier. Doink. That nuke team, man. That nuke team. Pretty amazing. My wife is texting me. Okay. Oh no, that's from the job. Oh, I have a mute at the work tomorrow. Tell me about someone. Okay. That's going to be weird. Okay. Sorry, see the work. It's 10:10 and I'm getting oh. That's all I can think about right now. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. If any of you think that the baths are too much, nah, I don't care. Actually, I don't care. I was about to say, nah. The baths are the baths are part of the character. Let's say. Nah, I'm not getting a third beer. It's 10 p.m. in France. I really think I need to go to sleep at some point before getting anything else. Might it be a beer or a tea or anything? That's pretty much enough. Happy birthday. Yep, thank you. So, Grand Arena's fine. I'm in. I know there is a lot of problems with people being kind of kicked out. Hope it doesn't happen to me. I'm in, as you can see. Pretty pumped. Should be interesting. Fighting against Oriodium people. 10th, let's see, is it still the same guy in top? No, it's not. Oh. Interesting. I'm not that far away of these guys, but 43 banners is kind of a stretch. Yeah, being first will be hard. Staying in top 10 looks doable. I have more lifetime banners than most of these guys. Yeah. Greener, we know that last one will be the best, definitely, as pretty much always. Let's see. Do any of you have any questions about my roster, or like any tune in particular? Because I'm pretty much done for the day for like the events and stuff I can do. Ships are done. That's kind of ending the day most of the time. So if any of you has any kind of question, ask them now about my roster, about mods, about people, about anything. Or about me. But I'm going to cut it pretty soon. My wife is coming home and I'm getting sleepy. And I have to wake up early in the morning to go sell some Call of Duties. Should be interesting. But anyway, while you're all furiously typing your questions, I really want to thank you all, guys, because I didn't expect, like, this stream wasn't really planned. I just scheduled it yesterday. pretty much because I was asked about that stream a bit, and I was like, you know what, I should put that. So thank you, TARDIS, if you're still there, for making me like say fuck it, I can do it tomorrow. And yeah, pretty happy about it. And you know what? I will definitely do more of this, because that's pretty fun, and I like doing some Q&As, and I like having you there talking and doing stuff, and we are sharing stuff about that game, and that's pretty nice. She doesn't work that late. She has, well, technically that's not work, but that's kind of for her work. So she had a dinner party. So now, no, she doesn't work that late. She actually works really early. She has a really cool job. She works like, she's home by 6 p.m. One quick one. Can I see T3 setup? My T3, yep. My T3 right there. All health mods. 6E diamond for the defense. And that's all protection primaries. So actually I'm lying. I actually gave him a health triangle because I wanted the protection on someone else, and he's still doing okay. But he has 3 protection mods. I do advise to go for 4 protection mods, actually, really, to have that there. And then I have some potency and some crit chance. The speed he needs. And that's pretty much it. 110k health and protection. The right speed for your team. Some potency, some critical chance. 110 is kind of the magical number, because it can take like 3 hits from your own Grievous without being too low. 60 diamonds is really a thing. You get a lot of defense from that, and that's really a big one. Tell us a story, a short one. I will tell you a history fact. I love history facts. Do you guys know why pirates had patched eyes? People think that they are missing an eye, but that's actually pretty wrong, because that would be like, people say they are hit in the eye with a cannonball or debris or stuff like that. No, actually, pirates who had an eye patch, some of them, of course, had glass eyes and that kind of stuff. But when you saw a pirate with a glass, with the eye patch, that was a guy that was going between the top bridge and the cannons below. So that was the captain or the cannoneer. And that guy would have that eye patch right there, not for better aim, but when he would be on top of the ship in broad daylight, he would be like that. And when he would get in the deck below, in the darkness, he would swap his eye patch, and that means he always had an eye that is used to darkness and one eye that he used to light, and he would get some precious seconds when he would get from the deck below to the top of the ship, and that he would never have to have his eyes adjust to actually tell the crew what to do from the cannons. So yeah, he wouldn't miss like those precious seconds to adapt from the broad daylight and the darkness below the deck of the ship. So he would just have to have the eye patch and go whoop whoop if he was going up or down in the ship. In the ship, darkness. So the eye patch keeps your eye in the dark even if you are in daylight. And when you get down there, you just swap it. And so your eye is used to darkness, so you see. Pretty interesting fact, and that's where the eye patch finger on pirates comes from, because there was actually a lot of pirates with eye patches, and high-ranking pirates actually, but they had 2 good eyes. I love that fact. I love that kind of history fact. I love that kind of shit. I have a lot of these in store, so if you like it, feel free to ask more in the next Q&A, because I actually have kind of a lot of these, especially about pirates. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Maybe a quick overall Gear 13 priority list. Let's see. Let me filter by... that should do the trick. Yeah, okay. As I said before, I kind of think that you have to play on your own roster strength. That there isn't like a fixed better Gear 13 list. What I think you should do for Gear 13 is that you should not, especially if you are free to play, or if you don't have a lot of resources into the game, you should not like go full Gear 13 on one team and nothing on the other. You have to spread them around. You have to have them be like the key tunes on each team. Like if you see my Gear 13, that's Grievous and B1 for the Separatists. I cannot really do a good one of these. Yeah. So that's B1 and Grievous for the Separatists. Grievous being Relic 7 because that's really the way to go. That's Anakin and Kenobi for the Padme team. Then that's the Rebels, but only Solo being